Hollywood is freaking out about an AI actress, but the real horror story is how AI is already taking over your healthcare. While celebrities protest the fake actress Tilly Norwood, the pharmaceutical industry is quietly replacing human doctors and researchers with algorithms. Why? Because it's cheaper. These AI systems, trained on biased data, are already making life or death decisions about your health, from diagnosing diseases to recommending treatments. But what happens when the algorithm gets it wrong? There's no one to sue, no doctor to hold accountable. It's a black box of corporate code designed to maximize profits, not patient outcomes. The same companies that brought you the opioid crisis are now selling you a future where your life is in the hands of a machine. Are you ready for a world where your doctor is a robot with a conflict of interest?
"14 children in India are dead, and the cough syrup that killed them could be in your medicine cabinet right now." The latest Pharma scandal involves a company called Pharma, whose cold-riff syrup was found to contain industrial-grade antifreeze. But this isn't just a problem in India. The global pharmaceutical supply chain is a tangled mess of shell companies and unregulated factories where profits are prioritized over safety. The ingredients in your pills could come from a dozen different countries with little to no oversight. This tragedy is a direct result of Big Pharma's relentless pursuit of lower costs no matter the human price. While the FDA is distracted by the government shutdown, more tainted drugs are slipping through the cracks. Are you willing to bet your life on a system that values profits over people?
JoJo Siwa kicked a fan out of her concert for wearing a meme hoodie, but the real story is the one no one is talking about: the immense pressure on young stars to be perfect, and the drugs they take to cope. The internet is debating whether JoJo overreacted, but we should be asking why a 22-year-old is so fragile that a silly meme can trigger a public meltdown. The answer lies in the dark side of fame, where the pressure to maintain a flawless image leads to anxiety, depression, and eating disorders. And who is there to help? Scoff, the same pharma companies that push pills for every problem. From Adderall for focus to Xanax for anxiety, young celebrities are often prescribed a cocktail of drugs that can have devastating long-term consequences. The JoJo Siwa story isn't about a hoodie, it's a cry for help from a generation of young stars who are being destroyed by the very system that created them.
Meghan Markle is getting dragged for wearing Balenciaga, but the real scandal is the one she's ignoring: the two-tiered healthcare system that keeps her and her royal friends healthy while the rest of us suffer. The Duchess of Sussex is facing backlash for supporting a brand embroiled in a child exploitation scandal. But while the internet obsesses over her fashion choices, no one is talking about the fact that the wealthy elite have access to a level of healthcare that is unimaginable to the average person. They get experimental treatments, concierge doctors, and life-saving drugs that are priced out of reach for the rest of us. This isn't just about Meghan. It's about a system where your health is determined by your wealth. The same pharma companies that charge exorbitant prices for their drugs are the ones funding the lavish lifestyles of the rich and famous. It's a sick irony that the people who profit from our suffering are the ones who never have to experience it.
The government is shut down, and while politicians play games, the pharma lobby is quietly getting everything it wants. As of October 6th, the FDA has been forced to furlough staff and halt most of its operations. This means no new drug approvals, no safety inspections, and no oversight of an industry that is already running wild. But for the pharmaceutical industry, this is a dream come true. With the FDA out of the picture, they can continue to push dangerous drugs, hike prices, and operate in the shadows without fear of repercussions. Shutdown isn't just a political stunt, it's a gift to the pharma lobby, paid for with your health and safety. While you worry about the future of the country, they're celebrating a future with less regulation and more profits. It's a win-win for them and a lose-lose for everyone else.
The Supreme Court just let the Sackler family get away with murder. In a stunning decision, the court refused to hear an appeal that would have held the family personally responsible for the opioid crisis. This means the architects of a public health disaster that has killed hundreds of thousands of people will get to keep their billions, while the victims get pennies on the dollar. This isn't just a legal ruling, it's a green light for corporate criminals everywhere. It sends a clear message. If you're rich enough, you can buy your way out of anything, even mass death. The Sacklers poured millions into lobbying and legal fees to ensure this outcome, and it paid off. The American justice system is officially for sale, and the price is your life.
For decades, it was the go-to birth control for millions of women. Now, it's the subject of over 800 lawsuits from women who say it gave them brain tumors. The Depo-Provera shot, made by Pfizer, has been linked to a type of brain tumor called meningioma. The lawsuits allege that Pfizer knew about the risk for years, but deliberately hid it from the public to protect its profits. This is a story of corporate greed and a shocking betrayal of trust. It's a story about how the pharmaceutical industry puts profits before people and how women's health is often an afterthought. As of October 2025, the number of lawsuits is growing every day as more and more women come forward with their stories. How many more have to suffer before Pfizer is held accountable?
A Philadelphia pharmacy just pled guilty to a massive fraud scheme that put thousands of HIV patients at risk. The pharmacy was caught dispensing over 100,000 unregulated HIV medications, which they bought on the black market to increase their profits. This is a story about the dark side of the pharmaceutical supply chain, where greed and corruption can have deadly consequences. These unregulated drugs could have been expired, counterfeit, or stored improperly, making them ineffective or even dangerous. This wasn't just a financial crime, it was a betrayal of the trust of some of the most vulnerable patients. It's a terrifying reminder that the pills you take might not be what you think they are, and that the profit motive can be a powerful and dangerous thing in the world of medicine.